All right, good evening, everybody. A verbal answer is appreciated.
Evening, sir.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
I think we had spoken about the mid-semester and you guys said it was okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you remind me what we discussed in the last class?
Sir, we were looking at the types of resume, the formats.
And what were the different types we mentioned?
Sir, we looked at the combined. We looked at the
No,
functional.
we never looked at the combine.
So we looked at the chronological.
Yeah.
We looked at the functional.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at the structured one.
Skill-based.
The targeted,
right. Sorry, the targeted one, right.
Yes.
So today we move on now, and I don't care who's here or who's not here because it's 7 o'clock and I'm not understanding why students are not in the class. So we continue our discussion today by looking at, we're going to look now at the combine because we did the other 3, and I think we had done some amount of class activity. And I did say to you that you have to do all in order to get the 5 marks.
Yes, sir, you did.
Right, so today we continue now. We're going to look now. So we looked at the chronological, the functional, the targeted, and now we're going to look at the hybrid. So let's listen to the hybrid.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
How we actually create the hybrid.
Essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections.
We're not seeing a screen.
An email
coming up. Are you seeing my screen?
Hey everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm back. And we're going to continue talking about the 3 formats of resumes. There is the chronological resume, the functional resume, and the hybrid resume. Okay? 3 different ways of writing a resume. Now, I've already done videos on the first 2 formats, so today we're going to focus mainly on the hybrid resume. Now, what is a hybrid resume? Well, it's basically a combination of the first 2 types of resume. So on your resume, the first half of the first page is going to be a functional resume where you list your talents, skills, capabilities, and the problems you solve. And then the rest of your resume is going to be a work history. So you list all the jobs that you've had in reverse chronological format, where you start with your current job or your most recent job, and then the more you write, the further back you go in time. Now, why would anyone use this way of writing a resume? It sounds kind of hokey, but there's a couple of good reasons why you would. This is the safe choice. This is the one-size-fits-all. In theory, it's supposed to be the best of both worlds. But in reality, it's a compromise, and everyone loves a compromise. I mean, when has a compromise ever let us down? Now, specifically, one of the reasons why you might do this is because this type of resume, because it's a combination of a chronological resume and a functional resume, it gives recruiters what they want to see, which is years of experience for job duties and responsibilities. But it also gives hiring managers what they want to see, which is an insight into your personality and character and the types of decisions that you would have a tendency to make if they put you in the role. So what this means is that if you are applying for a position that's in the mid-level management or above, okay, and it's a posted position, usually those type of jobs, your application is being scrutinized by both a recruiter and a hiring manager almost equally. So this resume may be a good choice because it caters to both those people.
Sir,
the other reason why you may want to use
The sound stop, you were not hearing? You were not hearing?
Sir, the sound went from 2 a while ago and then nothing, and then it came.
No, it's because of your Wi-Fi, because your Wi-Fi is actually breaking up. It's not the sound, it's your Wi-Fi. Because I'm listening to you and you are actually breaking up. So it's not the sound, it's because I think you have some connectivity issue. So let's look at it again. Give me one sec.
Whatever you want, buy it with peace of mind. Shop easier and pay safer with Visa. What would your life be like if you were a rapid transformational therapist?
You have anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds to impress a recruiter with your resume. That 6 seconds right there. And that was 10. That's not much time. In this video, I'm going to tell you why the combination resume is the best format you can use to keep the recruiter reading. And be sure to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to tell you about one more thing that will help you get your resume done and get it past that 10-second mark. So one thing I'm hearing a lot from new clients lately is they haven't had their resume updated for years. I know when I hear this that they're most likely not up to speed on resume best practices. So let me know in the comments below, when was the last time you updated your resume? For all intents and purposes, there's 3 main types of resume formats: chronological, functional, and combination resume formats. The chronological resume format is kind of the old school format. The emphasis is on past experience and employment, and it lists all of your work history in reverse chronological order. Now, the problem with this format is if you have some really great achievements, say 2 or 3 positions back, these are going to end up on the bottom of the first page or even buried on the second page if it's a 2-page resume. The recruiter's not going to see it on the first glance, or they may not even see it at all. Now, the functional resume format, it focuses more on skills. This resume lists your career history by your skills or areas of expertise and really minimizes exact employee history. While this format is typically used for entry-level professionals, career changes, or people who have been out of the workforce, they aren't well received by recruiters because they have a reputation of being a little deceptive, so it's really best to avoid them when possible. Now, a happy medium between the two is the combination resume format, or you may know it as a hybrid resume format, because with the combination resume format, you get the best of both worlds. This format allows you to list your most compelling achievements and most relevant skills at the top of the resume where they'll be seen quickly, but it also provides that chronological timeline that's so important for recruiters to see. So let's talk about this real quick. This is one of the combination resume formats I use with my clients, other than recent graduates who won't use this exact format. I want you to remember to always reverse engineer your resume from the job posting, because you want to make sure that you're demonstrating on this one sheet of paper the skills and expertise that are needed in the position, as well as that are important to the recruiter. So you'll start off with the professional summary. And this is an opportunity to introduce yourself and speak to how your experience and expertise brings value, as well as is pertinent to this position. You can make this just 3 or 4 sentences long. Then what you want to do is determine the 2 or 3 most important skills needed in this position and list your measurable achievements related to them. If you can't narrow it down to just 2 or 3 skills, just remove these sections and have one main area for your various career achievements. Next is a section to list even more skills. This is a great way to add keywords to your resume, which will help you get through the online application process. Speaking of which, I talked in another video about a tool you can use that will help you get through the online job application filters. I'll drop that link below so you can check it out. Next is the professional experience section. After a short summary, I like to see a few more bullet-pointed achievements followed by job duties. These achievements may be ones that don't necessarily fit into the buckets up above, but are still important to have on your resume. And then finally, your education and other training and professional certification sections. When using a combination resume format, what you're going to end up with is a top-heavy resume that's pushed all of the most important talking points up to the top where they'll be seen quickly. So now you know which resume format is the best to use, but do you know how to put everything together? I've put together a resume cheat sheet to help you do just that. Click on the link below to get it. If you found this video helpful.
All right, so talk to me about the combination resume. What are the various components?
So it comprises both of the chronological and the skill based.
Mhm.
It begins with your professional summary, which is usually 3 to 4 sentences. Those sentences would state the most important things that you have done in regards to the job that you are planning to apply to. Also, it begins with they want to eliminate some things they want it to be top heavy, whereas you have the most relevant skill at first, the most relevant skills, and then it gives you the most relevant skills and achievement. Then going further down the line, it gives you what you have achieved, and then it goes to your education.
All right, very, very good. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, so there's nobody else. So we're going to go into the groups now. You're using the same case scenario. You're applying for applying to Excelsior Community College for the position of operations manager. You're now going to create a combination resume. And then of course, each group will present. I'm going to put it in groups of, I'm going to create 3 groups. Usually the class is bigger than this. So I'm going to create 3 groups and give you about 15 minutes to create the combination resume. I've opened the group, so please go in and create, and then we will share at the other end, okay?
Sir?
Yes, which group are you in? Which room were you in?
Group 2, sir. I had to rejoin.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Good night.
Night.
Realize it seems as if it's a breakout room or something.
It looks so. So I'm not sure what go on. Just join and see myself right here. So some don't know what is going on. You
But
just
this supposed
join?
to, this not look. Oh, Nicole, are you missing something too while ago here? You check
Eh?
it? Did you check and find and see if there's some reach to you?
Yeah,
Wait,
man.
wait.
Me send Kachu. Me did sitting there a while ago. Me send it back to something they can me tell us me go join late, so me don't know what it go on. So
Yes, miss. I was in a room. Class continues in your absence, miss. So even if you're going to join us late, class continues. I'm attending to my students. What's the problem?
sir?
Yes, I heard something about saying that you were told me that you were going to join late.
Oh no,
Oh
that
no, I
was
was
something
expressing to
different.
Patricia say I was going to join late.
Oh,
Yes,
so you guys are in which, Patricia, where were you?
So I got kicked off the internet, so I just come on back.
So were you in any other rooms?
But when you was doing the breakout room, that's the time I got kicked off. I
All
don't
right,
know
so
which
I'm going to put
room I
you
was.
in two. I'm going to put both of you in two because two only
sir,
has.
sir, is this a continuation of the
When you go in there,
resume?
they'll tell you what they're doing.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Sir, could you add me back to room 1, please?
Okay. All right, so group one, Dervet Williams, Georgette Richards, Olivia Williams, Sojel White. Go ahead for me, share screen.
Sharing now, sir.
Okay.
Happy nice. Are you seeing, sir?
No, I'm not seeing anything on the screen.
See now?
Slowly coming up. Yes, I'm now seeing. All right, so I'm seeing. Would you say that there's something missing from the skills? So you have 2, 2, 1. Why didn't you have just make it 2, 2, 2 across the board? And wouldn't you want to have something that says something? So tell me how is project management related to operations? If you want to be an operations manager, in terms of the skills. Hello.
Sir, could you repeat the question?
I'm saying how project management would be related to the position of operations operations manager. Anybody in the group can answer. It's not just for the person who's sharing screen. So Dervet Williams, Georgette, Olivia Williams, Sojel White, I'm talking to all of you. How is the skill of project management related to the position of operations manager? Why did you stop sharing? Is it that her thing went?
Sir, my internet went.
Are you the only person who can share? Is there anybody else who can share?
Robert, you want to share it? It's in your email. Because mine it's going and coming.
Okay, just a minute. Georgette, could you try sending it again, please? I'm not seeing it.
Try again, David.
Still nothing.
It's sent, man. Just refresh the page or something.
All right, in the meantime, while they're trying to sort this thing out, let's go to group 2. Kamala Harrison, Nicole Walters, Patricia Williams, Tasha Muirhead. Please go ahead, share screen for me. Thank you.
Sir, give me a minute, please.
Sir, I found it if you want us to go.
No, let her go ahead for me. Hold on.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you see the screen?
I am. How is the last sentence on the profile relevant to the application? Certified analyst who identifies and incorporates research methods to meet the needs of customers. How is that relevant to the application? Hello?
Sir, because as an operation manager or supervisor, you would have to be able to like identify areas where you need to improve on.
But that's not what that is saying.
Therefore, being an analyst, it will help you.
That's not saying that. First of all, do operations manager interact with customers?
Well, sir, not directly, sir, but they still take into consideration the needs of the customers.
But that's not, it says to meet the needs of, so a certified who identifies and incorporates research methods to meet the needs of customers. In other words, the sentence, so first of all, it's not relevant to the position because a certified analyst, and when you say an analyst of what? What kind of analyst you are? I don't know what that means. And incorporates research methods to meet the needs of customers. It sounds as if you're applying for a research position. So that to me is irrelevant. Scroll down for me a little bit. So the third bulletin under the first employment, again, I'm not seeing the relevance of that. I'm concerned about this person because the person seems to be moving all over the place. So you were at LGS Foods for a year, then you moved to Exports Logistics, and you spent a few months, not even a year, and then you moved to Macintosh Architect. Why are you moving all over the place? You seem as if you can't settle. Oh, you thought I never was going to pay attention to that?
Not really, sir. We thought you were looking at the format.
Scroll up for me, because I'm seeing skills there. Scroll up for me. That's down actually. I said scroll up. Are you not supposed to include the skills as a part of the combination? Scroll down for me. Supply chain specialist, is that a skill? Procurement specialist, is that a skill? Those are not skills. All right, so do the revamping. Thank you very much, group 2. Room 3, Carry on Daily and Renee Richards, go ahead for me. Which job are you applying for with this resume? Go back up for me. This is operations manager.
No, sir. I
That's
did
what I
not.
told you.
I did.
That's
I
what I
did
told,
not. Oh,
that's what
I
I
did.
told you to apply for.
Sir, I was not at the start of the class. I did not hear you clearly.
Who else wasn't carrying on in the class?
No, sir, we weren't. I came in late.
Okay, so that's why I'll forgive you. But remember, I said to you that for the application, you're doing this, you're applying for the same job across operations manager at Excelsior Community College. And this is even,
Okay.
this format is even wrong. This is because no dates are there or anything. For me to tell your history, your work history.
No, go down, carry on. Oh, the work experience sir is referring to. Oh, sir, oh, I understand that.
Right. Go back up for me. And another thing I was advised when I was being introduced to the whole thing in a very formal way is to avoid, you see all these graphics thing, because some companies use softwares to pick up or to track or to crawl, the term is more crawl, the keywords. What I was told is that sometimes the machines are not able to, when you have these color things on it, it's difficult to read. So they always say, just let it be a straight Word document, no fancy dancing with it. Just ensure that the content is okay and the format is okay, but don't add any graphics or any image or anything like that, because the machine that they use sometimes is unable, or the software I should say, is unable to read or crawl or pick up the words or read the words when you have inserted graphics in it, okay?
Okay,
Right,
sir.
well,
Okay, sir.
yes, right. That's what I was advised. So because of that, I've never, even my friends, I say, have these very pretty resumes. I was told not to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I stopped putting in all the fancy dances. So I suggest, my humble suggestion is that you don't do it either. All right?
Okay, sir. Noted.
All right. So thank you guys for sharing. Going
Thanks,
back,
sir.
yes, going back to room 1, you're able, go ahead and share for me now. I remember asking, how is project management related to the job you're applying for? And I was met with silence. So I'm trying to see if I'm going to still be met with silence.
Sir, it has to do with leading.
Repeat.
Sir, I'm saying that it have to do with leading.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. Explain.
Project management, it would have been probably there are different projects within the school, as say the fundraising project, or there is shelter project, then the project management there to guide it and make the necessary actions.
I'm still not seeing the relevance, but if you say so.
Sir, well, I guess, but sir, the project management is basically the manager or the supervisor leading their team to achieve a common goal.
Yes, sir. The operations manager is expected to lead. So having the skill of project management where you have been leading can be seen as an.
Sometimes I do want those skills, you know. What I was trying to get from you is how is the relevance of it.
Sir, because I guess because you're applying for that position, they want to know you have leadership skills.
So couldn't you just put the word leadership?
Okay, sir, we'll change it.
I'm not saying that you should change. I'm just saying that if you put something in a resume and you're in front of me and I ask you the relevance of, you should be able to tell me.
Okay, sir. It is more related in a leadership way.
Okay. All right. So thanks, guys, for sharing. We're going to now look at the distinction between a resume and a curriculum vitae or a CV. I'm sure you have heard of a CV.
Yes, sir.
Anybody knows the difference between the two?
No, sir. Curriculum vitae and a resume, that's what you said?
Yes.
So the curriculum vitae wouldn't your introduction of yourself and what you're capable of doing, while the resume state all your past experiences and the skill that you have.
All right, that's one way of looking at it. Anybody else wants to hazard a guess?
The CV is more lengthy than the resume.
And why would what would cause the CV to be lengthier than the resume?
The full history of your academics qualifications also.
Full history of your academics or a full history of your qualification. So would you not include your full the full history of your qualification if you're on your CV? Would you not?
Sorry, you summarize the resume, but you just put everything in the CV, I guess.
Okay, I'm happy
So,
that.
sir, basically the cover letter.
I'm listening.
Cover letter would tell you, in the cover letter, you would tell them why you want the job.
No. We're not talking about cover letter. I said CV and resume. They are not the same things. We have not touched cover letter as yet. CV. All right, so let's listen and see what is the distinction between the two.
What's a CV?
Before we get into what a CV is, what's a CV? Before we get into what a CV is, let's talk about what it's not. A CV is not a resume. A resume is a list of your past jobs, along with relevant skills and accomplishments in your career that you use in a job application. A CV is used to apply to positions related to academia, typically opportunities in education, science, medicine, or research. CV stands for Curriculum Vitae, which roughly translates in Latin to Curriculum of Life, but I guess CV just sounds less pretentious. Unlike a resume, which is normally a one-pager, that's our advice anyway, a CV can be 2 pages or longer. And that's because it's your opportunity to explain your experience and achievements in detail. They're usually listed in chronological order. These are the sections a CV should include. Your contact information. Education, always first on the CV, including thesis or dissertation. Honors and awards. Professional experience or employment. Publications and presentations. extracurricular and volunteer experience, and finally, interests. Optional sections include objective or summary, certifications and licensure, professional affiliations, professional activities, research, or added qualifications. In a way, a CV is more like the scrapbook of your life, while a resume is more like a picture. So don't be afraid to get into detail or add a bunch of glitter. Actually, don't add glitter. It has to be professional still.
All right, so talk to me about the difference between the CV now and the resume.
The CV is more detailed.
So the CV is more detailed, while the resume just give you a list of your past experience, your skills, and your relations. While on your CV, the CV is more detailed in the sense where it tells you, it basically summarizes your life, the field that you are.
Yes. Anybody here has a CV? Anybody has a CV?
No, sir.
Sir.
All right, so I'm going to share a CV of a colleague of mine. I was trying to find mine. I can't find it. So I'm going to share. This is Dr. Joseph. Where did I save it? I think I saved it on the lectures. 7. Dr. Park. And it's about, I think it's 15 pages in length. I think mine is about 10 or 8. All right, tell me if you're seeing it. Are you seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you see, for example, that he has a PhD. What is that? What does PhD stand for?
Doctor.
So it's philosophy of doctorate. And the MPhil is Master of Philosophy. And so you see, so this is a qualification, and he's showing you where he got each. All of them is at UWI. Yes. No, he did his MPhil at Cambridge University. And then this is his training. He's showing you all his training, and these are professional training sessions that were done over an extensive period of time. I think he needs to put the year for this one. So his lexicon training, the year is not there for this one. I think it's 2013, seeing as if it's the same year. When we move on, so it becomes more detailed. So training and related experience, undergraduate. So these are the courses that he has taught or is teaching, well, has taught, because it says 2017. So this is the undergraduate, this is a postgraduate. These are courses that he has developed. There's a course that he developed at university. I think this is Freiburg in Germany. Courses at the university, postgraduate courses. This is another course, and he's just giving a timeline of the courses that he has developed over time. Academic Writing 1, Academic Writing 2, I've taught those courses too. I've taught oral communication. This is at UTech. Oh, doctor, look like they give him UTech, make him sit down and write one whole heap of something. So, and then here, examination means that he has assessed persons who are either going up for an, so these are all MPhil students. So he was the internal examiner for Bernadette McPherson's MPhil thesis, Chat Bad, Chat Good, the perception of location in Jamaican speech communities. So he did that in 2017. The first one is in 2015. He was an assessor when the person was upgrading their MPhil. Then the publications, these are books that he has contributed to. Research. So all publication references are to follow the order of the listing of published works as shown below. I think he does it from the, so this is his most recent publication, which was in 2018. But if you notice, it is what is called an edited collection. So he's one of the editors. Here is his name, Joseph Parkinson. And this is one of the books. And then the other book that he edited in 2017. Then the other book is in 2011. And then here are his chapters. Notice how many chapters? 14. These are book chapters. I have only 2. Journal articles and book reviews. Here they are. Publications. These are distinctions, honor scholarships, and awards. Here they are. Papers presented, because sometimes you'll find that you present a paper but you don't publish it. I probably need to write down some of the things that I've done, because I keep forgetting to include some of them. Papers presented, these are oral presentations. For example, when a school invites you to give a talk, this might be what you do in terms of the oral presentation. I've done a lot of them, but I need to put them in my CV. And you can see how many numerous oral presentations, special presentations, invited guest lectures, invited lectures, papers presented, public service. Here they are. Membership, these are professional bodies, although he has lapsed so many times. Peer review.
Sorry, what do you mean by lapse?
Meaning that he's not current in terms of membership. So where is he current? It means that he's a current member. But lapse means that he's not a current member, but he was a member.
Okay.
Guest lectures again, here they are. These might be like a section of, so Edna Manley had invited him. Edna Manley. Endorsements and evaluations of book proposals. So he has endorsed this book. Postgraduate research and supervision. He has supervised this person, this person, this person. So this is MA in English language. Member of supervisory committee. He helped to supervise Natalie Cole, who is a PhD candidate. I think I know Natalie actually. I know that name. Contributions to the department. I really need to upgrade mine, because I've done some of these things. Extra departmental thing. Senior resident advisor, other work experience, here they are. So he's been a visiting scholar at another university. Senior resident advisor, this is Preston Hall. He was, I didn't know that. Postdoc research. He was in, I think this is also in Germany because he studied, he's my very good friend, he studied in Germany as well. And that's it, 15 pages. So you see how long
sorry, this person is an elderly person?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Not an elderly person. Let me see if I can find a glimpse of mine. I don't think it's current. But what you do, once you reach a certain level and you're involved in academia, like myself, so I taught at UWI for about 6 years? I remember the first time I heard about an academic CV was from Professor Hope when I was getting my first job at UWI. And I was like, she said, I don't want a resume, I want a CV. I want your academic CV. And I was like, what does she mean by that? I didn't even know what the hell the term meant. And then I'm trying to find it, academic CV. I have versions of it, but I need to upgrade. So if I'm going to apply, when I'm applying to like work at any other university, I can't write a resume. I have to write a CV that really captures a lot of the things that I've done. Is this mine? Let me see. This probably is an old one. CV, is this mine? I'm not even sure. This looks like it's saved. No.
Sure. So when really we stop writing a CV, a resume?
When you actually work, you do a lot of what you see there. For example, oh, this is for Dr. Oh, so let me show you another one. This is Dr. Waller's. When you do a lot of work, first of all, when you have a PhD and stuff like that, and you do a lot of publications and presentations. So here's another one. This is from Dr. Waller. He's actually a past student of EXCED. He's a part of the alumni, Dr. Waller. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
This is 23 pages in length, and I'm sure by now it is even more. Because this was...
Sir, this is the elderly man.
No, Dr. Waller is much older. He's now a professor, actually. So bachelor's degree, Masters of Science, Doctor of Philosophy. Training, he has, 23 pages, it's a long chapters in books, journal articles. We're talking about a lot of extensive work done by a past student of Excelsior. 23 pages, I can't go through all of this, it's too much. Let me give you a glimpse of mine, but I don't think I actually have a CV because from once I moved in Canada. Say that again? I don't think I actually have a CV for myself. At least I can't find the one that I kind of stopped writing CV because they were, I think I saved one the other day. Where was I looking and I saw, and I said, you know what, I need to save this thing. I actually saved it in WhatsApp. I actually found one the other day and saved it. Let me see. But I need to update it because I have not been in Canada. I'm not applying for. Is this mine? Yes, it is actually. All right, let me open WhatsApp and see if I can share. And this is an old one. There's a lot of the stuff that I've done. Where's WhatsApp? Because this is nowhere near. See, there, this old one. This is from 2013, actually. This is actually very old. So I need to upgrade. I need to update it. Sit here. All right, so let me make sure so there's no sensitive information in it first, because we don't want to know fast in our business.
That's trying to assure your business.
That's why I say I'm going to take out anything that I consider to be sensitive. At least this is very old because I have done far more than what is here. Yeah, this is an old one because I see 2013. So let me share a screen. Where is it? Where's it, man? All right, so this is an old one of mine. I need to update it.
So, sir, when I see a date of birth, like, we see the next man.
No, I'm not. What you want to know my date of birth for? You give me a present? If you're going to give me a birthday present, then fine.
He's noticing.
All right, so my education, so at one point I was, well, I should say MPhil, not PhD here, MPhil, because I ended up leaving the program. So it would be MPhil here, and I have a master's, I have a bachelor's degree, but I have actually, what is missing here now, I have two other things. I have a postgraduate diploma in teaching English as a second language. I have a diploma in teaching English as a, no, lie, wait, go again. I have a postgraduate diploma in English language education. I have a diploma in teaching English as a second language. I have a postgraduate diploma in marketing research and analytics. So those three things are not there. And those are actually additional certifications. This was a presentation I did at UA International Reggae Conference, but I've done about 3 other presentations, one of which ended up becoming a book, ended up in a book chapter. I presented at York University in Canada in 2013. This is my master's thesis. So we know SMADI 2, and it should be 2. So we know SMADI 2, although Ghetto people said 2. Ghetto people said 2. Popular Culture and the Politics of Representation. These are the courses that I've written at Excelsior, and I've written far more now. These are the courses that I've taught, and I've written, these are the courses I taught at UWI. What is not here are some of the courses that I developed at UWI. I've taught at IUC, International University of the Caribbean. My work experience is far beyond 2013 at UWI, because I worked there as a lecturer as well. This is IUC. I've worked at University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, at Excelsior. I have far more experience than this. I'm not the lecturer now, I'm actually a dean. I'm now a senior lecturer and a dean. So I have a whole heap of, a lot of things that are, and then my book chapter is not here. So let me show you. So if you go into, let me show you something else. So this is how you actually, when you are an academic, like you say that you want to do, like you want to lecture, this is why lecturers are not teachers, because teachers don't have these kinds of certification. Lecturers are quote unquote bona fide academics. Well, some of us are. So if you go to academia.edu, let me go here. Why are you laughing? I'm telling you something that is serious. And this is not a joke thing. This is very serious. There's a difference why we're called lecturers and we're not called teachers. All right, so this is mine. Well, this is from when I was very young. So this is my academia. So I have actual papers. So my paper on Tommy Lee was read 78 times, was probably cited in other papers. You know, it was actually viewed 1,318 times. This paper is actually in a book chapter. What I only show in one of my papers? Where are my other papers? Oh, they're not going to give you everything because I don't think I permit them to give you everything. Let me show you one final thing. Google, what's the name of the book again? Reggae Stories. Reggae Stories. I should be able to find it this way. Donald Hook, right, here it is. Are you still seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I don't know if they allow you to see inside. What side do they? All right, so I'm in this, my chapter is in this book, but I don't know if you'll get to, let me see how much of it they give you. Oh, my name should be mentioned, right? Because this is the forward. All right, so let me see where Doc, this is Professor Donna Hope. I'm almost sure you probably hear about her. Let me see, because they tend to hide. All right, so let me see. Oh, here, do you see my name right here? Robin Clark presents an inward-outward examination of the contemporary dancehall in his chapter on Tommy Lee as Uncle Demon, contemporary hybridity, Clark journeys inside dancehall, post-millennial debates. So this is my, and I actually have a chapter on cartel that I am trying to, Professor Hope has been in my skin to send to her. Another publication of mine, the same chapter is in another book. What they call it again now? Shoot. What's the name of that thing? All right, let me see. I know who's named it. Sonia Naya. Sonia Naya. So let me see. What's the name of the book? No, not that book. That's not the book. What's the name of that goddamn book again? It's Reggae. No, hold on. All right, let's see. Let me tell you the name of the book. The name of the book is, let's say dancehall book. Let me see if it comes up. Let me see what comes up. Oh, here's my updated CV actually. But that's what I'm looking for. What's the name of that book? That's Cartel. You see Cartel in this thing so many times. Oh, here it is, Dancehall Reader. Right, that's what it's called. Dancehall Reader. It's called Dancehall Reader. Let me see if I find it now. Google. Dancehall Reader. Let me see if it just comes up like this. Here it is. So it's in this book chapter. This is not it. Yes, this is it. Do they allow you to go in? No. All right, but my name, do they talk about the writers here? No. But I'm in this. Let me see if I find another way out. They should be able to make you at least get a glance inside. I'm actually supposed to pick up my copy of this book, you know. I need to. Anyways, I guess you guys get the point. I don't know why they're not allowing you to. I know it's UA Press, but oh, that's why you're not seeing inside. UA Press, they don't like to show you. It's not like, but if you go on Amazon, Amazon normally allows you a little space in the book. No, Dancehall Reader. Let's see if I find it. Amazon normally allows you at least some sense in the book. Dancehall Reader. Okay. All right, let's see if Amazon allows you to see. No, it does not, actually. So they're not showing anything in it, but I'm in this book as well. And they're not showing you who the authors are. So I've read this book, when I was doing my master's. I did all of these dancehall books. All right, but you get the point. The other thing we want to look at is the, so so now you know one of the main distinction between a lecturer and a teacher. A lecturer actually has a certain level of qualification, more than likely it should be a PhD, but at least a master's, and you do publications, you participate in conferences. I'm not saying that all our lecturers are doing that, but that is usually the route, because you're just as though you have a doctor, medical doctor, you're what is called an academic. So you're an expert in your area. That's not always the case. And this is why we don't allow persons with a first degree to lecture, because first degree persons can't teach persons who are doing a first degree. I'm sure, have you ever heard the comment that degree can't be graduating degree? I'm not sure if I've ever heard of that comment.
No, sir, first time.
Yes, so you're not saying if the person has a first degree, they're not supposed to be teaching you. They should have at least a master's, because they have to be ahead of the students.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, so let's look at the video-based application now. So one of the things that I want you to understand was the difference between a resume and a CV. So one of the major difference with a CV is that it's most times when you're applying at an academic institution, or you're applying to a kind of professional body where you have to kind of give them a broad trajectory of your academics, your participation in the various, whether it be academic, presentation, publications, volunteer, a whole range of things. But there's a new way of how some companies now want you to submit resumes, and that is video-based resumes. Right now, I have about 3 to submit because I want to teach in China, teach English as a second language in China, and a lot of them, they will look at your resume, the word one or the text-based resume, but they still want to get a sense of your personality, to see how you look, you see, how you look, how do you appear on camera, especially if you're teaching online. So let's take a listen now to video-based resumes. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gripping video resume that'll because all of you will have to make one, because it is hot tips for a reject-proof. So let's watch
video resume that'll catch the eye of recruiters, and I'll give you 4 hot tips for a reject-proof application.
Take note.
Look, I know video resumes can be intimidating, but they're absolutely worth doing. Why is that? Because 89% of employers say they would watch a video resume while 95% of paper resumes are never read. Video resumes are also a great way to show off skills that don't come across on a paper resume. In this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a video resume you'll be proud of, and I'll give you some essential tips on how to present yourself. But first, let's make a video resume together from a template so I can show you how to do it for yourself. Let's start by going to Biteable.com, and then at the top you'll see a link to find all our templates, and on the left hand side we'll scroll down to Business, which is where we'll find the resume templates. And we'll pick this first one here called Video Resume. There's more to choose from, but we're going to use this one for our little quick tutorial right now. I'll hit Edit Video now, so we can open that in the Biteable Video Maker. That'll load, and then you'll see in the middle of the screen here, this is our canvas, where we can see the scene that we're editing, and we can preview our video, which is here. And then down the bottom we have the timeline, which is built up of a variety of scenes that, when combined, make our video. So you can see what we're working with. I'm going to preview this, and then you'll have an idea of what the base video is that we'll be jazzing up in this tutorial. So it starts by introducing the person that's applying for the job. That'll be you. And then the way this one's set up is that they're really selling their skills and their education, and then it runs through their work history. So I think their 3 most recent employers are listed, what they did for those employers, and then at the end of the video there's a bit of personal information about who they are, maybe outside of the office. So I think we've seen enough now to give you an idea of what this template looks like. So now we're going to completely customize this to be a far more personal video resume. To start with, you really want to open with a photo of yourself, or footage if you've got it. So what you can do is just click on the background, hit Replace Background, and then what you're going to want to do is hit the Upload button. I've already uploaded an image, it's in My Uploads. Here's a thumbnail from another YouTube video I made. I'll drop that in there. Now you'll notice straight away that the name is incorrect. So I'm going to update my text first. So you just click on the text box, and my name is Paul. So what you can also do is drag and drop to make your text the right size. So I'm going to make my, my arrival at the start of this video a bit stronger by making my text larger. You can also change the font, and you can change the ribbon color and the background color. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, just to give you a quick guide on how to make one of these video resumes. Now you can also change the way your text animates in. If I hit preview on the right hand side here, you can see how that scene works. Now that text animates fine for me, but just to give you an example, we can go with scale down or simple fade, swipe like this works for me. So you go with that, and then what we want to do is really customize this resume. So I'm going to go to the next scene, and right now it's identifying the job that this person's applying for. That's a really good way to start, so it really connects you with the person who's watching the video. I'm going to leave it as it is, and let's say I'm applying for a fictitious job at Right Marketing. Now this resume that's in here that you can edit, it really focuses on skills. I'm going to make mine a lot more personal and aspirational. So I'm going to start with sort of a strong line about myself, a bit of a hook for why you'd want to hire Paul. So I'm going to say that I'm a creator with a passion for video. And like I showed you in the first scene, you can easily resize that and then reposition it on the screen. I'll pop that in the middle. And then the background, yeah, I'm applying for a creative position, so I probably don't really want to show an old institution. So I'll hit Replace Background again. This time I'm just going to go with some stock. There's images and footage to choose from. I think there's around about 1 million images and about 800,000 stock clips. I'm going to go with video, and I'll choose a video of video. So I'll just do a search on video. I know there's one down here in the results that I quite like. I'll go with this one, the sort of shuffling television. I'll drop that one in there, and I can preview that by hitting the button on the right, and then that'll show me this scene once it loads, that new video asset in there. So that works, I'm down with that. And then the next scene says, and have worked for several major companies, including, okay, I'm not going to lean into who I've worked for, I'm going to lean more into who I am, which I think is a pretty strong approach generally. So in the previous scene, I've said I'm a creator with a passion for video, and here I'll say, and I love everything tech. So let's say I want to work in the SaaS space or in the tech space. Then for our next scene, so this template lists off previous jobs. I'm not going to take that approach. I think it's far more personal to talk about yourself in the video resume, and then they can fall back on your paper resume to find out your exact experience. So I'm just going to delete that scene. The next one also, which is as simple as clicking down the bottom here and then choosing delete scene. And I'll get rid of the third one as well. And then the next one currently says, at Samford, I led a team of 4 to increase our Instagram following by 350%. That's a pretty good achievement, but mine's different and yours will be too. So I'm going to go with, at Biteable, I made thousands of videos, which is true. And the background image, again, not really suitable for who I am. So I'm going to change that to something which is less corporate. I'll go with a image this time. So I'll just search for video image. This one looks nice. Now you can also animate your images. So there's, if you select your background, your image, then you can choose over here how that animates on the scene. So, and then it'll preview straight away. So you can have it zoom out or pan left. I'm just going to go with the zoom in as we had before. And then to preview that, you just press the preview button on the right hand side. You can see that. For the next scene, I'll need to change that text as well. So I've said in the previous scene, I made thousands of videos and I brought video making to the world, which on a high level is my job basically. So this is the kind of work that I want to do in the future. So I'm really highlighting my big selling point in this video resume. Then the next scene focuses on something personal in my downtime. Now you could definitely go with a personal approach. I'm making my video resume really short, so I'm just going to take that out. We'll go with delete scene. And the next one says, currently on a personal level, you'll find me, and the next scene says friendly, motivated, and reliable. Now it'd be great to put another image of myself in there. I don't have one, so I'll just take that scene out. And then for this scene, I'll update this to, I guess, what I can do for them. So sort of my big selling point for them, why they would hire me. And I'll say, I'm excited to help you build up your following. Where we go with that? I'm excited to help you build up your following. Just format that really quickly. Drop that in the center. Looks great. And then for this last scene, this is where you want to have your call to action. So the thing they should do, which generally is to contact you so you can get the job and have an interview. A photo of yourself is a great way to burn yourself into the recruiter's mind. I don't have another one, so I'm just going to hit, I'll select my background and then choose a little trash can over here. Take that out. I'll move this text, which is what I want them to do. I want them to contact me and set up an interview. Pop that in the center. To add a little bit of pizzazz, I can change the transition between my scenes. So down here, I'll choose scene transition at the start of this scene, and I'll go with spin because I know that's quite a strong effect. And then if I hit the preview button, I can see what that looks like. So that's quite a nice way to finish my video. One last thing I'm going to want to change is the soundtrack. It's a little bit low key at the moment. So if you click on the choose soundtrack icon down here in the left, a track that I quite like is a jazzy one. So we'll go with funk, maybe driving disco. Yeah, this sounds like a good one for me. So I'll select that with the green there, close that. And then now we can watch the video I've just made. Let's check it out and see if you want to hire me. So introducing myself, identifying really clearly the role that I'm applying for, explaining to them who I am and why they'd be interested in hiring me, telling them what I've done recently that was really relevant to them on a high level. And then I'm telling them what I want to do for them. And then I finish with a call to action so they'll know what to do. So when you're done, you can hit download up here in the right. If you want to change the size of it for social media, say you want a square or a vertical video, you can also do that in your video settings. And that's how to make your video resume. Let's get into some tips to make your resume pop. Now my first tip is to target a specific employer. You've seen how easy it is to make a video resume, so if there's a job you want, go the extra mile and make a custom video resume. Start by researching the employer and tailor your video resume to them. If they're looking for a team player, highlight your teamwork skills. My second tip is to develop a personal brand for yourself. Give them something to remember you by. Use colors, fonts, and animations that speak to who you are and use them throughout your video. My third tip is to use everything at your disposal to make your video resume captivating. Think of it like a snappy Hollywood film. Don't give your audience a moment to pause. Keep it really exciting. Cut quickly and often between photos, stock footage, animation, and engaging effects. You essentially want someone to watch your video and say, that was 2 minutes, it felt like no time. Now, my fourth tip is to plan your soundtrack. Music has the added benefit of evoking emotion in your viewer. So make sure you choose the right piece of music for your video. And that's it for the tips.
All right, talk to me about the resume, the video resume.
So it's basically a creative way of sending your resume or your proposal to a company that you want to apply for.
Right, so you're sending your resume, not a proposal, you're sending your resume.
You send your resume to the place that you want to apply for.
Mm-hmm. If they ask for a video resume though, so don't send them one if they don't ask for one.
Oh, they would say, okay.
Yes, yeah, man, a lot of companies, especially overseas, they tell you that they'll ask you for a text-based resume, but they'll still say, oh, we still need a video-based resume.
Yes, sir, and the reason why they would ask for it is for them to know you a little bit better.
Right.
Using this platform, you can make adjustments with the background just to relate to your skills. And I noticed the gentleman did not give them much information. He said, please contact me for more information, something like that at the end.
Yes, he did say that.
So I'm not sure why he did that, but I guess
that's it's just a demonstration. So you would create a video resume based on what is asked.
Okay.
So remember now, everybody must create their video-based resume and upload it. And upload it to your YouTube channel, but also you must share it with me via WhatsApp, okay?
Which YouTube channel, sir?
You're supposed to use your ECC email and create your YouTube channel.
So you told us to do that?
I'm telling you to do it now.
Okay, sir.
It's very easy to create. Once you have an email, you just go to YouTube and you create your channel, you create your video-based resume, you upload it, and then you share the link with me. You can either share your video in the WhatsApp group, or you can just share your link, your video-based resume with me via directly to me. When we come on Wednesday, now we're going to look at how we use our LinkedIn to create resumes, as well as how we create a resume on Facebook. So I'm teaching you everything that is out there in the industry, where the marketplace is going now, what we call industry trends, and then we move on to something else. All right, we're over the time. It's actually good that you guys are still here. I see that you're very much interested. Normally when people disappear, it's actually after 9. So thank you guys. Any questions or comments before we go?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I just want to say thank you for opening our eyes. You know, it's been we're in the age of technology, but some of us are blinded. So thank you.
You're most welcome. Any other comment or questions? All right. Enjoy the rest of the night, people. Be very safe. Yes.
The video resume due next class?
By next class, yes. Just find. I shared the link. What I did, I've shared the link in the WhatsApp group so that because you can use the app to do it. There's another type of video-based resume. The one that he showed you is different from, there's another one that you can do, which is just you talking really, just, you know, hi, my name is Robin Clark, and I am a trained and experienced teacher of English language. Hey guys, I've been teaching forever, blah, 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 blah. I love to see when students, you know, develop their skills in writing, reading, listening, and speaking. I'm the best guy for the job because I know how to get the job done. That's another way of doing your video-based resume. And that's actually the one that is more popular than the one that I showed you. But all right, here what? Let's not create the video-based resume yet. Let's wait until, because there are 2 other versions that I want to show you. And then you decide which version you want to create, okay?
Okay, sir. I would rather look at the next one.
Another type, okay, fair enough.
Right, and yes, sir.
All right, somebody else was about to say something. Was somebody going to say something? No? All right, so enjoy the rest of the night. Be safe until I see you on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir. You too.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.